this is the question we might even be asking in our pre-draft show Thursday night. We may still be wondering the answer to the lone remaining, from what it seems, assuming Mac Jones is a 49er question, as to what the Falcons are going to do with Matt Ryan having 2 more years, very expensive years, potentially unseverable 2 expensive years left on his contract. Also, Kyle Pitts sitting out there at 4, or Lance or Fields sitting out there at 4, or somebody knocking on their door to go and get one of those quarterbacks. What would you, David Shaw, counsel the Falcons to do at 4th overall right now?
So I call myself an NFL evaluator right now, but I'm also a football coach.
Yep.
So for me, whenever anybody says developmental and first round, I start to cringe, right? Because that means usually somebody else is going to end up coaching this guy. So for me, I'm looking at the top tight end prospect to come out in a while. I don't know if I could pass up that guy to have that quarterback and those 2 receivers for at least a year, and that tight end. That to me, it would be too hard for me to pass it up. Now, the bigger offices in the building may tell me to pass it up,
right?
But for me, I'm like, I can't think about year 2, year 3. I'm thinking about what we're doing right now. Give me that tight end and let's go play.
You love Kyle Pitts, huh?
It's the phrase mismatch nightmare gets overused. This guy is a mismatch nightmare. He can play receiver. He can play tight end. He blocks well enough, right? You don't have to be a dominating blocker. He blocks well enough. But when this guy runs, there are a couple of linebackers that could probably run with him in the NFL, and there are no safeties that have the size to battle this guy, especially down in the red zone area. This guy is all the good tight ends that we've seen over the last decade kind of rolled into one.
No kidding.
I'd have a tough time passing.
Are you saying he's compless? Is that what you're saying, David Shaw? There's no comp for him on Kyle Pitts?
No, nobody likes my comp that I say. I say Jimmy Graham. Because Jimmy Graham dominated the NFL for about 4 years because he was too long, too fast, too explosive, and he played with Drew Brees. Now, you give Matt Ryan this guy's going to average, I hate to put things on it, but this guy's going to average 15, 17, 18 yards a catch. Who's going to run with this guy on the scene with Julio outside?
And Ridley. Don't forget Ridley too, right?
And Ridley could have a career year, right? Because every defense coordinator is going to say, okay, take care of Julio and the freak tight end, and our third corner, you get to go cover Ridley.
No wonder
Ridley might kill it.
No wonder the Dallas Cowboys are if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm thinking, do I tell Steven and everyone in the room, or let's get them all on the same page to get up from 10 and stick him with Dak, Zeke, Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and Amari Cooper, and say Dan Quinn fix the defense, and then we'll draft otherwise to fix the defense in this draft and go to work? I mean, why wouldn't they do something like that, right?
Yeah. Usually I'm one of those guys that tempers other people's enthusiasm about a prospect, but this guy, probably more than anybody in the draft, is going to change the outlook of your offense. He's going to change the outlook of your offense. He's going to make life easier for the receivers. If he does nothing else but release and run straight down the middle of the field, this guy can change what you do on the offense.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.